I'm not sure if you've heard, but the Phoenix Scottsdale area is growing like crazy. Multiple people are moving here every single day. I mean, our population has grown 9.4% in 2020. So I wanted to dive into the question, is Scottsdale a great place to live? I mean, I know why I love it, but I wanted to see what other people were saying. So I looked into some articles, and one of the first things that I found was that they were kind of correlating Scottsdale to the South Beach of the desert. And it was multiple places that I found them say this. Now, can I be honest? I have never, in my 20 plus years of living here, I have never heard anybody that lives in Scottsdale ever refer to us as the South Beach of the desert. So one of the next things that I found was that they all said that Scottsdale has a high standard of living and is one of the top, if not the top place to live in the United States. Now, when we say one of the best places to live, one of the biggest areas that they want to touch on is one of the best places to retire. Now, a lot of people think that Scottsdale is only a place to retire. If you've ever visited or if you plan on visiting, you might be surprised. It is not just for retirement anymore. Scottsdale really is beloved by all of its residents and has an extremely high tourism value because there is so much to do here, which really is one of the things that residents as well as tourists like the most about Scottsdale is the abundance of activities. Whether you are looking for outdoor activities or sporting events, we have everything right here. We have every single major sporting team that you could ever want, as well as we have the Phoenix Raceway, which is for NASCAR, which really, I have to say, it always surprises me that that is the number one spectator sport, NASCAR. Guess what? We've got it here. Now, just the number of events that we have throughout the year here in Scottsdale is crazy. From the Barrett-Jackson car auction to the Arabian Horse Show to the Phoenix Open golf tournament to the culinary festival to the fashion week to you name it, we have got it right here. And oh yeah, we also have a polo tournament. I mean, who's heard of polo in the desert? We've got it. Now, one of the next things that the articles always talk about is our weather. And I'm always shocked. They always say, well, our weather is great year round. Now, I'm going to be honest. Our summers are hot. There's no way getting around it. Can you function in the heat in the summertime? Of course you can. I call it reverse cabin fever. We do the same thing that everybody does in the wintertime where you live where it's snowy and cold, is we just stay inside, or we learn how to function in the heat. We go from air conditioning to air conditioning, but make no mistake, it is hot in the summer. And I think the trickiest thing about our heat in the summer is that we wake up, we look outside, it's bright, sunny, and beautiful, and looks like, oh my gosh, I want to get out there and enjoy that weather. You walk outside and you're like, whoa, it is hot. So for those people that don't love the heat, Scottsdale might not be the best place for you, but I promise you, with the amount of people that are moving here and the amount of people that are staying here, I think you can function in the heat. And to deal with our heat and that weather for just a few months out of the year, to have the rest of the year with unbelievably beautiful weather, gorgeous weather for you to utilize outside so much time, most people are willing to make that trade-off. Now, one of the next topics that everybody talked about was safety, and talked about Scottsdale being one of the absolute safest cities in the entire state of Arizona. Now, just like every other city, there is crime and we do have some things that go on, but it is very, very low. And I think that's one of the things that really helps draw people into Scottsdale. They just love the idea of having a safe environment for them and their families. Now, many of the people that are looking to move to Scottsdale are either making the decision to move on their own and they're going to need to find a job, or they're being transferred by their work, or they're able to work remotely and can live anywhere. For those people that are moving and needing to find a job, our unemployment rate is at 4.7%. We are lower than the national average in our unemployment. The jobs here are plentiful and they are good jobs. They are not low-paying jobs so that you can thrive with a job here. The other great thing is that we've got a ton of companies that are moving here. So we are just getting more and more jobs every single year. And speaking of jobs, one of the top jobs in the Scottsdale area is tourism. 40% of the people in Scottsdale are employed through the tourism industry in some way, shape, or form. And this is not surprising when you see the amount of resorts and spas that we have here in Scottsdale. In fact, Scottsdale is tied for the fourth most AAA 5-diamond resorts and spas. Some of the other top employers that we have here in Scottsdale are GoDaddy, Discount Tire, Honor Health, CVS Health, Nationwide Insurance, Yelp, and the City of Scottsdale. So what's it like to live in Scottsdale? Well, we have a very lush desert. Now, everybody laughs at me when I tell them this because they go, what are you talking about? It's the desert. It's brown. You don't really have anything. But I promise you, when they come to visit, they actually recognize all the trees and the vegetation that we have in the Scottsdale area that the other areas in the valley just don't have. In fact, our mountains, the McDowell Mountains, when we get rain, and yes, we get rain, when we get the rain, they turn so green. It is absolutely unbelievably beautiful. It is not just brown here all the time. And our sunsets here are breathtaking. Whether you're facing the west and watching the sun actually set, or whether you're facing the east and you're looking at those mountains and watching them turn orange, purple, and all the other colors that it turns, the sunsets here are gorgeous. And now when you talk about Scottsdale, everybody knows about the world-class golf, but they don't always know about all of our chef-driven restaurants and the amount of restaurants that we have that are absolutely delicious. We have wine tasting rooms, and again, the spas that have every single treatment that you could ever want. And we haven't even talked about the outdoor activities, because you can do anything that you want here. We've got miles and miles of trails of hiking, biking, and by the way, boating. We have multiple lakes here. So if boating is your thing and you're worried, oh my gosh, I'm going to move to the desert and there's not going to be any water for me to enjoy, not so fast. We've got that here too. And now one of the other things that is great about Scottsdale is the school district. Now we've got the public school district, but we also have so many other options, whether it's charter or private schools. And the benefit here in Scottsdale, and really all of Phoenix, is that we have what's called open enrollment. So if the school that you want your child to go to has space available, you can actually put them in that school, even if you don't live in that district. You have to provide the transportation to and from that school, but you've got so many options. So instead of feeling pigeonholed into having to live in one certain area to get your child into a school, you can actually pick where you want to live and actually make sure that your child is also going to the school that you want them to go to, where they will thrive. And now onto the housing. Now, this has changed quite a bit in the last year and a half, and we have seen significant price appreciation to the tune of about 30% year over year. But you still can find some homes in that $500,000 price point in certain areas in the Scottsdale area. Now, as you move farther north, prices usually do start to increase. Not always. It's just going to depend on where you want to be, what types of amenities you want within your community, and what it is that you're looking for. I know everybody talks about all the people from California moving here, and I was actually just talking to a client the other day, and they laughed at me because I said, homes with city light views or mountain views really do have a price premium. And he said, what? I can't believe it, but it's not the view of the ocean. And I started laughing and I said, okay, I get it. So replace the ocean with the mountains and the cities. That's our ocean here. Those homes that have mountain views and city light views, or one or the other, that's our ocean here in Arizona. I really do believe for housing, you can find something that will fit your needs. Scottsdale is long and it has a lot of opportunity. So why do I love Scottsdale? I love the sunshine. I love to be able to have my house open and have the fresh air blow through my house most times out of the year, except for the summertime. I love the ability that in 2 hours, I can get to Flagstaff and be in a completely different climate, no matter the time of year. I love that I am so close to the ocean without having to live on the ocean and pay those prices. I love the mountains. I love the desert. I love the ability to be outdoors most times out of the year. Scottsdale, for me and my family, is the perfect place to live. I do also like the fact that I've got amazing shopping and dining right here. Now, I don't always take advantage of it, but I love that it's there when I need it. I hope this was helpful. If you've got any other questions, please feel free. Reach out, call me, email me, text me, post a comment down below. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.